It's nice to see you here, and we will share our experience. So, Egor and Marina were together, have a studio, and have a pretty interesting path that we will talk about.
Yeah, so I have a lot of years in experience in 3D animation, in pre-visualization, in motion capture, and so on. And a few years ago, we decided to find our own studio. And Marina is really talented producer, so she's a creative producer of our studio, and she creates a lot of things. So also, I'm a professor in design school in Moscow, and we have own internship program on our studio. It works really good. So young
We believe in
guys.
students,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We believe in young guys with fire in their eyes. Okay, firstly, let's start with compression of industries. So we were here in movies and TV series, and it is really big market, but really complicated. So interesting that books are bigger than movies and TV, but why not? So nobody read books now, right? So games are really big market. So a lot of things come there, become really popular there, and a lot of different paths to create your business, and a lot of different player game genres. A lot of different players need their own games and so on. And of course, animation market is the biggest one, but because of not animation production, but because of all products like, I don't know, toys or ice cream with some Mickey Mouse on it. And now let's talk about what studio.
Yeah, actually, we started out as a studio which produced a lot of visual for blockbusters and animation, and it was pretty safe area for us. And we can share
Mm-hmm.
a video
Yeah,
because we actually was pretty good in Unreal Engine and had a huge expertise in this. And
this
this
is
is
one of the last project. We created a full CG character, and he can dance, sing, and so on. So in Unreal Engine, using MetaHumans, creating clothes was pretty complicated task in Unreal Engine, but it works really nice. So we can still earn money doing things like this.
but we had a dream to tell our own stories because it was nice to have like monies from other people, not to think about complicated stuff, where to find the investments, but we want to have our own project and to have this knowledges that we can share and to create something hopeful and kind. Even it was like huge risks for us, but we were lucky because we, in the beginning, we found the partners who believed in us, and it's one of the main thing you should do in the when you want to create your own project.
Trailer.
Yeah, we want to start and show you the final trailer of our game, so you can see what we achieved.
You're failures. You're just a screwed up girl with a super average voice.
That can't be true. That can't be true. I have to take a chance. I won't give up just because I'm scared to achieve something big.
As you can see, it reflects our own fears. So this is actually the gameplay that you can find on Steam soon and play. We wanted to
You act like you
tell.
got it all figured out, like you're a cool leader.
Yeah, pretty understandable story that everybody can relate on, and for many of our artists in the team, it was actually like their own story.
Yeah, so today we will speak about how we created this game. And firstly, you should answer by yourself the question: what is the game? What is the term of the game? And here on game industry biz, there is a really big topic where a lot of game designers trying to explain what is the term game means. So, and it is really, really important at the beginning of production to you to understand what do you want to create. It is a business project, it is an art object, it is, I don't know, just time spender, what it will be and what the genre will be. It is pretty difficult thing, so I'm strongly recommend to read all this philosophy before the starting of the project.
But we like to think that the game is not only the result; it's a process itself. Because for
Yep.
us, developing of the something new, it's always not a result only. It's a process itself. We want to feel joyful and happy when we do something new for someone out there.
So, how the One Day More was created. So, I will show you first trailer. No, sorry. So, firstly, we decided to create a small game to take a part in first online conference. It was COVID time. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody knows what will be next year. And we decided to switch business and created our own game because we know how to work inside Unreal Engine. And we created a lot of tons of graphic for a lot of virtual production stuff and so on. And we decided that just put a button play inside Unreal Engine, it is to create a game. No. It is really, really complicated tool. So firstly, we created a game called Monument. It was our first prototype, first game. It was pretty nice, and we pitched it on a DevGam conference. It was online, and everyone tells us, wow, it looks so good, but it's not a game. Yeah, so we take a lot of comments and we meet a lot of people, and they told us to not to continue with production of this game.
But it actually helped us to convince our partners that we can do this because we did it like with the 3 people from our team, and it looked really good, and probably our investors wasn't so good in game industry, so they were like, yeah, you can do the game, you can produce it for sure.
Yeah, next we go to Unreal Engine Dev Contest. It was the second dev contest, and we decided to take a part there, and in about a month, I suppose, we created a new prototype and a new trailer for our game called One Day More. And firstly, One Day More, the main idea was to create a game about one day of a life of a girl in a modern city, and we don't know how it will be played. We don't know exactly what it will be. We know it will be a relaxed game about a girl that tries to solve puzzles. And we created our first trailer, as I said before, in about a month.
Trailer and the prototype.
Yeah.
See, yeah.
And then every week we created posts there on online dev contests, and it was a really, really good thing for the team. It was a real inspiration because we have a lot of comments. We met a lot of game developers, publishers, investors, and they all said, okay, it's a really amazing project, continue doing it. They shared their vision with us and create really, really good comments for us. It was really important to share our project at the first stages.
Yeah, it was a good motivation because when you know that you can show your work to somebody, you work better, and you try not to miss the deadlines, because when you like in the beginning, yeah, I will spend a little time to this and a little time to this, sometimes you can just skip something like, yeah, I will show it later, but actually the setback for you.
Yeah, and it was the first prototype. It was made by, I suppose, about 5 guys, but all the team are here. And okay. And next, we're creating our first vertical slice and show it to publisher. And then our next vertical slice. So vertical slice is the, you know
Demo.
this term? No? Yeah. So vertical slice. So image pie with when you can just cut a piece of a pie, and this piece of a pie is a vertical slice, and next you created the whole
Yeah.
pie.
You kind of have everything, like all mechanics, all the visual over there, and for 20 minutes, the publisher or anyone can have this experience of playing your game, actually.
Yeah, it's like a demo, but not for players. It's like a demo for publishers and for yourselves. So we created the first vertical slice, disaster. The next vertical slice, much better, but still disaster.
Yeah, it just wasn't what we are looking for,
Yeah.
because we thought that we have this idea and we know how to achieve it. But actually, when we've done a lot of things, it kind of crumbled, and it wasn't the whole project.
Yeah, now I will show you the video from the third vertical slice, and we were really happy with it. So it looks pretty good for us, but graphics still not the final one. But it was like a gameplay, you can play it, and we were happy with the result, and play tests was pretty good too.
Even we redo like 3 or 4 of levels, in total it was 9. It was good to create on the white box all the levels, because when you like concentrate on only one level and then on the next one and then on the next one, it won't be a whole project. It would be like a good level, this one and that one, but it won't be the story by itself.
So, and how we have burned.
Yeah, actually, we did a lot of mistakes, especially because we knew our strong sides and we decided to concentrate on this. But if you want to create something new in the new industry for you, you have to have these researchers. You have to know your audience, because it's important to know for what people you actually create this, because it can be extremely unique and beautiful, but maybe nobody wants it. To know what people want, and you have to be realistic, because every time in that you create is actually should be like multiplied by 2 or 5. It depends on your professionalism, and your budget will definitely will be like multiply like into and Igor can show you the reason how we convince our investor to give us more money that we asked in the beginning.
Yeah, so we created this short video to show the final result, because our investors said, okay, this game looks not so good. So we showed him the final result and increased the budget. So this is the first one, and here is the party. And it was a really a really good proof of concept.
Yeah, we could finish this game like this for sure, but we're good in visual. We cannot like produce something like in the middle with the kind of not worse but not the great result, and we want to investor to believe in us, and yeah, if you have the budget, like believe it will be like huge in the end.
Yeah. So what main problems? So we received a lot of comments. So it's not a game, it's an art object, and so on. And our main problems were that it is our first game. Nobody believes in us. It is too unique. So I'm strongly recommend to create your first game for a some community. So find a game and find a community and create a game for this community. It will help you a lot.
Yeah, the references is truly important.
Yes, yes, and to original design, nobody needs graphic at all. Everyone needs gameplay, and also frustrating puzzles, because we have a relaxed gameplay with pretty hard puzzles, and it was really complicated task to find a balance between the difficulty of the puzzles, because in the beginning it should be pretty easy, and then it should become more difficult, more hardcore, but not hardcore at all. A lot of time was spent with puzzles. So now let's speak about teamwork.
Yeah, actually, what helps us, it wasn't like feedback or miracle. It was great teamwork, because before that,
Oh,
hey,
come on.
come, it's
Teamwork.
the best part started.
Free spaces here. Okay. We should
Rearrange
repeat.
the seats. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, no problem. So I suppose that is the most interesting part.
Yeah, but like in 2 words, we have our own studio of developing games, and we were talking of how we switch from the service company to a company who
company, yeah,
creates
yeah.
their own projects, and helped us with this teamwork, because even next slide, even we weren't the professional in game industry, we were a great team, because for 2 years we were creating this symbiosis and creative atmosphere, and everybody in the team knew that they can like tell their own ideas, and they can produce it, and everybody was working together in a symbiosis, because yeah, it's really important, because you can rely on somebody in the team, and it wasn't only two of us, because everybody was dreamers. They wanted to create something unique also. It's not like we were like given the precise tasks for them. They have their own freedom.
Yeah, and the team created so much in this project. So just created from scratch, a lot of levels, a lot of new ideas were from team, not from us. So our goal is to create a team that can be that will have an artistic growth, that will be inspired what they are doing, and
And we had A players. It's not even they were students.
Yep.
They know how to solve the problems. They know how to find the solution for anything, and especially they want to change this world, even if it's like something small, like a game. Yeah, but they had this big ideas, big achievements.
Yeah, for me as a producer, it was really difficult to believe in someone who yesterday was a student, but it works. So you just believe in person, and he understands that, okay, someone believes in me and works much better. Yeah. Methods of works. So I suppose you heard about agile and waterfall in 2 words. So if you have a really good experience, and I don't know, it is your 10th game or 12th game, you can use waterfall when you have steps, when you have pipeline, when you have a factory that produced games. But if you have a artistic team and you don't know what to do next, so agile is for you, because it is more agile, flexible way to create projects. And also the main idea is that team are involved in your project, and it is really important on the first steps.
And actually here you can like try all the ideas that you have, and you don't have to wait for all the steps like finished. You can just be so flexible and fast.
Yeah, so the main idea is that you have a lot of ideas from producer, from game designers, from level designer, from whatever. Yeah, also we are trying to create a team from CG generalists, so everybody knows how to work with blueprints, everybody knows how to work with level design, with animation, with asset creation, so it's like a T-shaped people, right? So everybody can create their any tasks at all. Of course, we have some special guys who are familiar only with C++ or and who know nothing about assets. But in general, everyone are 3D generalists. Yeah. So continue. You have a lot of idea. You put them in backlog. You decompose the ideas, create tasks, create. How it called, prioritize them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you prioritize tasks. So the
Split
studio
it in
was,
sprints, yeah, and
yeah, split it in teams, and teams get these tasks and discuss in each other, and ponies, rainbows, cats.
heavenly music sounds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything works really nice.
Нам нужно ускоряться.
Okay, sorry, but not.
But reality is 10. Okay.
So reality.
Everybody faced this. I'm sure it's not like all the projects was done perfectly and only us like doing this. Yeah, but this is the reality. But you can actually try to make a comfort for every participant, and
Yeah.
you have to rethink of many things, because it's important to adjust even the pipelines that you found in the huge studios, trackers and stuff, and the most important probably the traditions that helped us to move and not to quit anything.
Yeah, for example, we have a tradition at the starting of the day. We have, this silly calendar with a grandparent predictions with farming. I don't know about, I don't know.
You don't have to cut your hair if it moon's growing or something like. Yeah, this is
Yeah,
super silly
but
stuff.
it is so funny because sometimes it is really compared with the production of the game. So
Yeah.
don't do build on hiring moon or something like this. It's a joke, of course, but it is a good tradition. It is really funny. So and be serious. Fast idea testing is really really good, and sometimes you have spent I don't know, a person give a task and, oh, I need about 2 weeks to create it. No, you have a half a day to create it, and you should check it how it will works, how it will looks, and in a half a day, maybe in a day.
Yeah,
So
maybe it doesn't worth it at all. And even we want to kill the micromanagement because we were a small indie team. We understand that the soft skills will help us, because we want to improve our team not as only professionals, but as team members as well. And we want them to know how to communicate, how to manage their time, and how to solve all the problems, and not to be fear of mistakes. It's pretty crucial actually. And if you want to do that, we understand that we should start with ourselves actually. And we found our weaknesses, and we try to make us as a better bosses as we can. And we're thinking for a long-term perspective, because we are thinking of not only create the good game, we want to create the good community. And
yeah, I just want to add that you should believe in your team decisions. So sometimes teams and your studio knows better
yeah,
how
even
to
if it
create
sounds
stuff.
crazy, it probably will work, because we're kind of grown ups, and they're young, but they can understand the audience better than us.
Okay, so the next slide, the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just want to present you our next project here in Belgrade because it is about trains, and we created it in a new university of electropunk, or it called also Tesla punk. So Tesla punk will be really interesting thing, and I want to show you our first gameplay trailer. It is really really starting of the project, and maybe it will be really interesting to show you in 2 years how we will finish it. Yeah, 2 years for production. Yeah. Yeah, because every game needs about 2 years. And so here is no graphic at all. It's just a simple build, as you know, like a Rockstar build. You heard this story? Yeah, we take part in this. So it's just a earlier build with a lot of ideas inside, and it was created in 2 months, I suppose, for a team of maybe seven, 10 guys. Yeah, and it is an adventure game with a lot of technical electric puzzles with a lot of features inside. All features will be cutted soon, but it looks pretty nice.
And about timing, because we was speaking about in the beginning, when I told you that you should like multiply it, we thought that we will finish this first game in 1 year. Like in 1 year, we just started to understand how to create the game actually. So we just actually we redo basically everything, like even the main mechanics. It's not only like visual. We like did it best. No, the mechanics and all the animation and
Sorry.
it wasn't me. Yeah, and so now we know like at least 2 years of developing.
So here's our contacts. Feel free to communicate. Oh, I'm still Igor
Yeah.
Tomsky in Russia. Sorry. You can communicate Marina and write us mails or find us in social networks.
Yeah, and you can ask your questions if you have those.
Alright, so that worked? No. Okay, so because of the channel, we want to just ask you to, if you have any questions, you can go in front of the hall and you can ask whatever. Marina and Igor will be there for questions. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
It was so nice to have a lot of people over there.
Yeah.